Hello and welcome to VEDA day number 30. I am going to do a instructional video on how to repot a plant. I went to my local Walmart and I got this gigantic bag of potting mix. It's for indoor and outdoor plants for $1. It was located on the outside of the Garden and Lawn Center, so you have to look for it, but these were on sale because planting season is over. It's about to be fall, so they're trying to get rid of the merchandise. This is an 8-quart bag for $1, and I think that it probably well, I don't really know what it ran before, but I spent my dollar on it and I'm so excited to have it, so I wanted to share that with you. The plant that I'm going to repot is a friend's plant. I went over to her house and I noticed that it was in this tiny little cup. Now, it was given to her by another friend, and I can tell that it's probably root bound or something because look at how big this plant is and look how tiny this is. All of these different little green thingies have roots that are all down in here. And then this leaf is turning yellow, so I'm thinking that there's probably something going on there. So I want to get this out of there and plant it into a larger pot that she gave me. The first thing we're going to want to do is to remove this plant from the pot. So you just kind of tip it over. And there's an internal pot, like a smaller pot in there on the inside. And my friend actually watered this recently because there's water dripping everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get this off of here. I put down newspaper so that I can collect, all the dirt and everything. Now look at that. What did I tell you? Root bound. So it's all hung out in there and it's stuck all together because that's how they usually put them together so that they look pretty and full. They will put more plants in the pot than needs to be. You can kind of peel the dirt away here and just do it like that all around until, do it gently, until you get all of the roots done. I'm trying to keep this in focus so that you can see it, but this has a lot of roots in it and they are intertwined and tangled all over the place. It looks like a bunch of little worms. It's kind of gross looking, but we got to get them all apart in order to separate the plants so that we can give it a new home and it's not, being stuffed in a small pot. I ended up running it underwater in my bathtub and made a huge mess in there. It would be best to do this outside just because there's so much dirt involved, but since A, it's dark out, and B, I don't have a hose outside of my apartment, I just went ahead and rinsed it in my bathtub, and now I have all of these roots that are still kind of tangled up, and I'm gonna, get them apart. After a little more rinsing, I got 2 pretty big chunks, this one and that one, and I also got 2 little pieces that have roots on them as well. So I'm going to plant those separately. So we have here the Miracle Grow Moisture Control Potting Mix, and when I opened it, it's dark black and it's got a smell like soil after it rains. As you can see, I put in quite a bit of potting mix because I want that little leaf to stick out. Sorry about that little guy. But I want it to be completely covered, all the roots to be completely covered, and I want the plant to be stabilized inside the pot. So here is the finished product. The leaves look great. The soil is wet to the touch, and I'm going to let the owner know that she should let the dirt dry out before she waters it again, because you don't want to water this kind of plant too much, and it needs indirect sunlight and in a warm environment, so keep it in the house and not necessarily in the window, but it's got to have some bright light. And I've got 2 more plants to repot of my own, so I'll show you the finished products on those maybe, who knows. Anyway, have a good day. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.